People are
Yeah,
getting.
there's a lot of testosterone building for Megabed, so I'm excited for it. Engineering wise, I don't do most hotels allow you to bring your own two by fours from Megabed, or is it pretty much you have to use what's in the room?
I
I
think you
thought
have to
you
use
were
what's.
supposed to put in a special request to.
Engineering to
Yeah,
Megabed
I thought
engineering.
that was
Depends.
like your duties.
It depends how loose the back door is. Always.
Fire away. All right, ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, two, three, four.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Evan, I'm excited about our little gift to Bob. So, well, we got multiple
Excited
gifts.
because I just love gifts. I hope
I
it's a Christmas Village
yeah. I
house.
have. I think yeah. I have
Evans,
my own gift.
Evans,
You have your own gift.
but together it's our gifts.
Yes.
Okay, so
There
it's,
goes
it's
all.
gold and frankincense, and then Garth Man's gonna bring the myrrh.
He always brings the myrrh. He's
He's the
always
mer.
been
Excellent.
bringing
He's
the
the
myrrh.
merman.
The
Katie's
merman.
over here. Katie's over here. She just all the ice is spilled out of the fridge. Our freezer doesn't. Our freezer doesn't quite know when to stop making ice, so it just keeps going.
Oh, you have to manually switch it off.
I don't. We're trying to figure that out. I was hoping it was just going to fix itself, but I guess it hasn't done that. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, excited about the gifts though. They're good fun. So
I'm
And we
just
got a night
excited
game. We
for
got a night game
everyone to get
in
together.
Madison,
I
which
think
is
that's a good train. I think that's a good transition. Night game for some. How did that happen? Why are we getting a night game in November in the cold? Bob,
I don't have an answer. I think
is it
they
because
heard it
of?
was the
Is it because of?
special bachelor party,
I
and
know
we're gonna be
special.
excited for it.
A special little boy is getting married, so
I
thus we
mean,
need to have a night game
is it
all
on
day
Big Ten Network,
activities.
this one?
It is on Big Ten Network, which I don't know how many games they've even played on Big Ten Network this year. They've been on Peacock a couple times, and then Fox a couple times, and NBC. But yeah, I don't know about Big Ten Network. It might just be their second, maybe.
Well, from what I saw last week with Iowa playing on Big Ten Network, I am glad we're going to be there in person and not watching the broadcast.
Excellent.
Honestly.
Yeah. Uh,
The camera angle is wild. It's like you only see the line of scrimmage. It's crazy.
well, a little bit of it that is just stadium by stadium, I think, too.
That could be. It could be a Coliseum thing. That's fair.
I can't stand that with college basketball. Like I was watching like Rutgers highlights last night, and it looked like it was somebody in the crowd was filming the game.
I
That's
think it's
like
Baylor has the worst camera angle in sport, and maybe they fixed it in the past year, but
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
That's a good point, though. Could be the stadium.
speaking about college basketball, two powerhouse football schools going at it tonight:
Big,
Illinois and Alabama.
big game. Big game. Like
You
number
you
six
could
against
call
number.
those two powerhouse programs. That would be a stretch, but you could say that.
This is the second week in a row. I'm like, God, I can't wait for Iowa to play some big boys. Watching the
Yeah.
Illini, just go toe to
They
toe.
look like turnover monsters, but they seem like they could really light it up quickly.
Yeah.
Illinois or
Uh,
Alabama?
I was sorry, I was saying Iowa.
Yeah.
I thought you said
I
yeah.
I'm
I,
just I'm just saying the matchups right now that Illinois has been having to start the
Yeah,
oh
year.
yeah,
It's like it's getting me stoked.
yeah, and then next week it's UConn. So,
Oh,
and then the
geez.
week after that it's Tennessee. So, doesn't stop.
I I know we're kind of on a tangent, but I saw on Twitter today that UConn is doing a special like $2 Miller Lights at their stadium. I'm like, they don't seem like they'd have a problem filling the arena. I don't know. That seems like a heck of a deal.
You know
seems
what's
dangerous.
interesting about that? Creighton always did and still does dollar beer night, but it's always like one of the last games of the season. I don't know if it's to help them shuttle out some inventory or something, and they end
Yeah.
it at tip off too, but
And
gets
maybe
people in the stadium early.
maybe UConn just does it at the beginning when the matchups aren't as
Yeah,
marquee. Yeah.
Um, Bobby Bobby Lightning Flavortown. What did you think of the Illinois game?
Fun, a lot of fun to be at. Had to leave a little early, go to that 10-year reunion. But my takeaways, so Illinois won by 18. I think the spread was 14 and a half. So about where Vegas had that. I don't think anyone had it 24-6. So ended up being more of a defensive battle. So Illinois played pretty well defensively in their last two games, but
Yep.
first half kind of sluggish. It was 7-6 for the most part till Illinois scored right at the end. But a couple of reviews, a lot of injuries. Just I mean, it was over a 2 hour long first half. So that part kind of drug on, but the rest of the game kind of moved a more natural pace. So fun, love being there.
So it's good to be a troop on the ground, especially like this weekend. Ev Dog, where did you watch the Iowa game this weekend?
Oh, I did do Jeff Park Pub. Great to be there. Got a nice little, not a lot of tables in there. We got a nice table spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, last game of the year going there. So it's always try to get to a couple at the Iowa bar. Um, it was good. It was good. First half was as fun of a first half as I think I've seen
It
this
looked.
year out of them.
I was about to say the same thing. I felt like in the first half it was like very, very exciting.
Like
Um,
the end of the
I
first half
don't.
might have been peak of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it
What
felt good, but
And so, what do you think about the second half? Why did we just try to do the classic Iowa? We're ahead. Let's
I
slow down.
I do think there was a little bit of that. I think we could have benefited from staying aggressive on defense, like bring him like we did against Indiana. It worked out pretty well. Like bring pressure on first and second down. We didn't do a lot of that. I think Phil was just kind of trying to be like, let's get him to the red zone and then make stops, right?
Yeah.
Like the classic Iowa kind of, let's just try to hold him down. But those receivers, man, and like Bob told me about Mekhi Lemon. I remember back when
Be something.
Illinois
Yeah.
played him, and I hadn't watched a ton of USC this year, so I kind of just took your word for it. But man, he made probably six NFL level catches where and in the rain, like it was just honestly, you kind of just tip your cap to they knew as down as much as they were after the first half, they just had to kind of go put it, I think, in their players' hands, and they went out and kind of took it from them. So kind
I
of tip
can't
your
remember
cap.
when it was in the game, but you know how like they do that little kind of like jump around on the bench with the towels, and they're trying
Yeah,
to get people fired up. I mean, they looked genuinely happy, and they were down. I remember they were down 10, and they were
yeah,
genuinely happy. Like so. Meaning though that like they were very locked in team in the sense that I mean it seems probably like a program that has all the weapons that just probably doesn't quite get it all together.
I think
yeah,
they've had culture issues in past seasons that seem to be eroding slowly.
yeah, yeah. And even with Iowa, like they had their chances to make plays in the passing game at the end of the day. I know that they did lose a couple linemen. I think they were down three linemen throughout the game, which
So at one point in the second half, they were down four actually.
or
So talking about them trying to choke the
it,
game away, I don't
yeah,
think they were able to do that how they wanted to.
yeah, it just didn't go according to plan with their personnel they had in there. And but even so, they had like there's a couple throws you can go back to if Mark just makes them like they keep drives alive, maybe they score, and you kind of just go back to Iowa's passing game isn't where it needs to be. And that's at the end of the day when you play good
That's the
teams,
season.
that's the season. Yeah, exactly. And I think they're getting closer, but they just need I think they need to focus on receivers. They need to get some dudes.
So I feel like Iowa Twitter this weekend really sharply took a turn into the fire Kirk Ferentz uh, category, which is common, which is normal. My big question of the week. I wanted to see, is there any legitimacy to that? And I have. There's no natural. I know it's a BS question. I know you're going to say no, but I wanted to see if there was anything that you would say. Okay, maybe.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't. I think when you're close, and this year it felt like you were close. I don't think when you're close you scrap it all. I think you just have to tweak some things and try to beef up personnel. The good part about this offseason is you kind of have like I don't think you have to go in like Lester's got some of his quarterbacks that he wants in there. I don't know if they'll be any good, but I don't think you go out and have to find a quarterback in the portal again this year. So maybe you can spend some more money elsewhere. I think D line,
Yeah,
I think wide receiver off the top of my head. But
sure.
I don't think you scrap it. I think recruiting wise, like there's a lot of momentum there for Iowa right now, more than there has been in a little while. So I yeah, I don't see it. I could see where fans are frustrated because it does kind of feel like the same thing again with Iowa, like staring at a, you know, best case 8-win season. No, but
with the note that they are heavily favored this weekend and probably going to be favored in their last game as well. So
right. Yeah. But you always see that, I think, after a lot of frustration is like you go straight to, we had the same thing over again. But I don't think there's legitimacy to that. I think Kirk is still going to go out on his own terms.
The funny one that I find, because Twitter, especially Iowa fans being brain dead at certain points, it's the worst year to ever to try to even make a move if you were going to. I could see,
Yeah.
and that's I guess is my next question going into it is like, where Evan, do you have any inklings of where the program's going in terms of next coach? I've heard there's 2 internal, but do you think it's an external? I mean, this is a line I Bobby, you might have a take, but do you think it's an external coach or do you think we're grooming someone from inside?
This one, I could. This one, my gut still rides on it being someone internal. Um, with
Keep the
Seth
culture.
Seth Wallace, who's the associate head coach right now, or LeVar Woods, if he sticks around.
Those are the
Um,
2 names that I've
those are
for
kind of the
sure.
two. Yeah, those are kind of the two big ones. But I I feel like with the Iowa basketball situation, you could feel like it was just like people didn't care, so they had to like do a total switch of everything. Um,
yeah.
but with football, I don't like. I think you try to keep what you have going. To be
And
honest,
and the Iowa basketball that they also did have kind of their obvious candidate right in their backyard in Des Moines.
yeah, it kind of it fell out perfect, and he's from Iowa City. Like it just kind of fell in your lap in a sense.
Yeah, anyway, I think it's always interesting to see if there's any legitimacy in the air, but yeah, I think for me it's just like it would be a horrible year anyway to try to transition, so might as
Yeah.
well wait unless I mean internal's internal, but um bull any there's probably we haven't talked about any other games of the week, any other lightning round games that you want to mention?
I got a couple.
You go
Yeah,
for it,
go
Bob.
for it, Bobby.
South Carolina, Texas A&M, 27-point lead at the half. Shane Beamer, who Brett Bielema owns, and pretty much broke him ever since that bowl game. He's kind of just turned into a total clown. Well, he always was, but now it's more obvious. So hyping up taunting the Texas A&M crowd going into the locker room. I think they gave up that lead with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I
So,
saw that. That was pretty
27
crazy.
points. So that was one
The police officer bumping
officer.
into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Ultimate
Probably
all
the,
time hardo. Like
should
Yeah.
not be a police officer.
yeah.
Yeah.
That guy does not need a gun. Um, Oklahoma, Bama. I know I said I wasn't that interested in it. Pretty impressed with Oklahoma this year. I've kind of been a doubter and a
Mhm.
non-believer, and I mean, it's up and down the board. They've looked pretty good for the most part. Um, Last one, Texas losing to Georgia by 25. I don't want to hear any talk about 9-3 Texas should make the playoffs with how many 10-2 teams are going to be left in the field in 2 weeks. So
If 9-3 Texas has a case for the playoffs, I think I think another orange team does too, to be honest. If we're
Oh,
gonna
I'd agree with that, but I just don't think any 9-3 team,
I don't think either of them probably have a chance, but Texas probably
unless
has more
everyone
of a
else in front
chance
of them loses. But
because of the narrative, yeah, because of the SEC. But yeah, no, I agree.
Real quick before we transition into next week, back to that cop. I bet that cop likes to clip the Irish. So that's my little pun of the week.
Love it.
true.
And
I
I've had a
just
nice
wanted
bet
to
on
say
the Friday
of
night game
clipping the
too.
Irish. Yeah, Bobby, were you on fire on Friday?
Oh, yep. Was on the Clemson was on my radar there. So came down to a couple missed field goals that went my way. So felt pretty good on that one, and good positive week. And
Let's see if DraftKings has identified me yet. We're testing it live on camera. Can I place a bet? Nope. Still locked. Locked out.
They kicked you out for your own good.
I guess. Too good. Too good at betting.
So I got someone who should have made a bet should have been Evan Hopper calling the James Franklin right away. Pretty impressive.
Well, Evan called you. We have video evidence. Evan called that so far back because he just
First
threw out some
reported
teams.
by
And
Go for
then
it.
Morning Drive.
and then
Yeah.
Bob broke the news from like a college football Central account like 3 weeks ago, right? Which maybe it wasn't a parody account. Maybe it was just facts. I don't it clearly
Well,
out.
I think the offer, the way it's kind of played out, the offer was sitting there, and he more or less was
kind of shopping.
weighing other options, looking at Arkansas as well as potentially Florida State open.
I feel like it's perfect for him.
Dude, I mean, not that you want to lose your position at Penn State, but for doing what you did and then getting pretty nice jobs across the board.
There's like so much less pressure and than like even in Arkansas would have been. And the fan base is like pretty awesome.
They
Yeah,
play
and-
Metallica at the game, so
And so Shane Beamer's other father, Frank Beamer, was their longtime coach, who's kind of the hero there. And him and James Franklin have almost career identical winning percentages all time. So
Wow.
perfect fit for their expectations as well.
Yeah.
all right.
How about that Lane
Go for
Kiffin
it.
stuff, though?
I did
What
not
do you think
see.
about Lane?
Sending his family to Gainesville
And Baton Rouge, right?
Rouge back-to-back days.
Just
On
to
the bye
check
week.
out just to check out the restaurants
Checking
or
out schools, allegedly checking out the bowling alley. LSU has like people in ghillie suits waiting in the bushes out by the airport, tracking planes. So,
Some report says Lane Kiffin has a done deal with Florida.
yep. There's several of those as well as
A
several
done deal.
deals with LSU and done deals with the Miami Dolphins and the New
Dude,
York Giants. So
money talks, baby.
wow.
I think Lane's gonna go where the money is, but
I think he's gonna stay.
I
if
thought
they write
so
him a
too.
check,
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it's always felt like he's gonna stay, but
He
I don't know.
likes to be the center of
But-
attention, and I think he's just doing this to get as much
Rile
of
it
that
up.
as possible. So
that doesn't seem like a good thing
Yeah.
for team morale. But anyway,
especially when his team is like firmly in the playoff picture
yes,
with
start shopping,
with two very easy games remaining, I believe.
start window shopping just for fun, checking out some bowling alleys.
The bowling alleys. That's going to be the draw.
All right, quick look into next week because I'm gonna have to run here.
Yep.
Let's talk. I mean, Iowa. I think real quick we'll talk the Iowa game. I don't know. Iowa looks pretty firm. What's their spread on that one?
I think it's
17.
16 and a half.
I think they have good. I mean, I think people are going to show up for the Senior Bowl. So
Yeah,
I think it'll
I
be
don't
good.
expect a drop off in, effort
People like
from
to
these
get
guys.
hammered in the cold, so it's a good
Yep. And
opportunity.
shout out Ethan Herkett, senior day. Go get him.
Arr. Amen. He's gonna be your brother.
Yes, sir. Um, we'll be watching that one from looks like a little golf simulator or a bar potentially.
Yeah, somewhere in between there. So there
Yeah.
is a bar at the golf simulator too. So
Yeah. I'll make sure they turn on that one and not the USC Oregon game for everybody.
naturally, that's what
Please.
everyone else wants. Yeah.
And we're gonna just
Yes.
get chirped in the ear by big dog winners.
Yeah.
So USC Oregon, I was a little surprised. Evan, have you made your Pick'em League picks yet?
Um, I have, yes, I have made the Pick'em League
So
picks.
out of all the matchups on ESPN's Pick'em, that was the heaviest favorite was Oregon out of their 10 picks. So
Wow.
9.5 just feels like a lot of points
Yeah.
for a
Well,
USC team that can score.
yeah. Yeah. No, the spread gives me pause. But for our league, I think I do feel good about Oregon
Oh yes,
winning the
yep.
game. But yeah, I think I might pick USC in terms of the spread pool.
Yeah.
What do we think targeting Illinois versus Wisconsin? 7.5 point spread. Robbie, I think you'll assume that will hit. But the line over under of 40.5.
Yeah, so it's saying 24-17 pretty much, which
Hmm.
I don't know. I think if Wisconsin's going to win it, it's got to be like kind of how they did to Washington, like a 14-10 game, and they do have a pretty good defense, and they are playing better.
Yeah.
I just yeah that aspect of it. I guess I maybe would have thought to see Illinois maybe favored a little more. Um, but
It
I admittedly have not watched much Wisconsin football this year. So
it
What?
seems it seems like Wisconsin, like if they're gonna score, literally if they're gonna score points, like in the game at all, it's gonna be in like the first one or two drives, right? And then they just kind of try to they did against Indiana even, but I think you're right. It's gonna have to be very grindy and low scoring if they're gonna
well, and you look at like the Iowa game, that one got out of hand, but not because their defense was letting Iowa walk all over them necessarily. It was more, you
turnovers
know,
and
turnovers and putting themselves in bad position for the most part. So
yeah.
All right, I'm calling it 13 or 13-24, or I guess 24-13 Illinois. This pick of the week is sponsored by Honey Stingers. Honey Stingers, you gotta go.
That's true.
sure.
I've been there. I've been there. I've had to go eating some of those things.
Yes, amen. Any other I'm excited, boys. I'm excited for Mega Bed. I'm excited for Mega Hot Tub. I'm excited for the tornado room. We're all going to a Robbie, you want to explain the tornado room?
Yeah, it looks like an old supper club style steakhouse. Uh, Pretty limited menu, but steaks, some seafood.
Limited menu. Apparently they're going to be serving up chicky tenders for Robbie, but the rest of the crew will
Yes,
probably be having
they
some
did
steak.
not accommodate my cheese pizza request. So
Okay, but
I'm excited for though. Pitt, Georgia Tech. Game didn't go their way against Notre Dame, but this is a conference game between teams that are 6-1 and 5-1 in the conference. So
they couldn't clip the Irish.
they could not, but they might just clip the Yellow Jackets. So yeah, winner of that probably
Triple
gets to the
baby
championship game and has a shot at the playoffs. So excited for that one. I had one more I was excited for. I couldn't believe Nebraska was a 10-point underdog to Penn State. So
Yeah, wow. That is
Disrespect.
surprising. But it's at Penn State, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder what the crowd will be like. I bet I
It
could
was
see it.
fine for Indiana.
Yeah, that's true. And they
I
got a
think
win now. They have a Big Ten win.
They did have a
They
Big Ten
still
win.
have a bowl game.
I feel like they're
potentially.
going to show up a little bit just so they can, out of respect.
Yeah.
Cheap tickets, local fans might go.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can see
I
it.
was surprised by that, seeing that where that was set at. So
Did you see Dayton Raiola? Dylan Raiola's brother decommitted.
yeah, not a huge surprise there. They have
He's not quite the prospect Dylan was, right?
no, and they have like the one of the top quarterbacks in the 2026 class signed,
Mm-hmm.
as well as this current backup they have in. He's proven to be pretty competent.
Yeah. I didn't think it meant much in terms of like Dylan coming back, but
No, I think that was more of a probably long-term outlook for Dayton.
just like wanted to do his own thing and probably play more somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the Wisconsin was it a lineman who decommitted who just said, "I just can't"?
Yes. Yeah. So that is the state of the program up there in Madison.
Like, I really thought about it. I really thought I could, but it's just not going to work out, Luke.
Well, boys, I'm excited for this weekend. I'm gonna make like a hunting stinger and just go, but it's gonna be a good weekend.
Yes, sir.
Lots
We will
of
report
Lots
back
of
to
Diet
you.
Cokes.
Bama. ILL. Peace.
Go Hawks, baby.
Go Hawk.
Fire away. All right, ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
All right, 2, 3, 4.
Ba 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 ba